Mental health is a serious issue that doesn't get talked about enough in the streaming universe. But in this video right here, I'm going to talk to you about everything you need to know about mental health so you can start taking care of yourself, become an advocate for others, and start using your platform to do good and be a positive change in someone's life. Here we go. What is going on, all you awesome live streamers? Wild here, and if you don't know who I am, I'm a full-time live streamer, content creator, and content consultant for companies. And today we're gonna do something a little bit different and more personal, actually. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, which happens every May, I wanna talk to you about mental health. I can safely assume if you're a live streamer, broadcaster, or content creator, you've had to deal with stress and pressures. And you know what? It's okay. You're not alone, which is why we want to talk to you for just a quick moment about how to deal with mental health and how to identify it or how to even get a little bit of help for it. Now, this video is just a small little segment that's going to help you out, but it has an in-depth blog behind it that's fantastic that I recommend that you take a look at or even share with someone out there. Doing you a favor, I'm going to put links to it down below, but let's jump into the video. There's a lot of stigma around mental health, and one of the biggest is that people who suffer from mental illness are somehow weak or broken. This couldn't be farther from the truth. Mental illness is something that can happen to anyone, no matter how strong or mentally tough you are. As a live streamer, you face a ton of pressure. You have to be entertaining, you have to keep up with competition, and you have to grow your audience. And on top of all of that, you have to do it all again tomorrow. Let's be honest, that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself, and it can take its toll on your mental health if you're not careful. This mental health pressure can lead to anxiety, stress, burnout, and it can even result in physical health problems. And this right here leads us to our first topic I want to talk about: tips for mental health. It may seem obvious, but you need to take breaks often. It can be easy to get caught up in the excitement of live streaming and forget to take breaks, but it's important to take them nonetheless. Stepping away from your computer for just even a few moments to stretch or take a walk will help you clear your head and help you come back refreshed. Every streamer out there needs to have a good support system. A critical factor in dealing with stress is to have a good support system in place. This can be friends, family, or even other people in your community who understand what you are going through. Having that support system can help provide you with a shoulder to cry on or an ear to listen to or advice when you most need it. A community can be one of the most clutch things when it comes to a support system, but let me tell you, there's a difference between fans and a community, so make sure you pick the right ones for that support system. Please, 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 make sure you set realistic goals. When it comes to streaming, it's important to set these realistic goals. Trying to do too much at once can lead to burnout and will ultimately be counterproductive. Also, when you set realistic and obtainable goals, it builds a camaraderie amongst your community, and trust me, it helps a ton. Okay, time for one that may seem daunting, but perhaps is one of the most important. You need to exercise regularly. When it comes to exercise, it doesn't have to be anything strenuous. In fact, even light activity, such as taking a brisk walk or going for a jog, can have tremendous benefits for your physical and mental health. Research has even shown that exercise on a regular basis can help reduce stress levels, improve mood, and boost energy levels. But perhaps my favorite too is the fact that it's going to help you focus and sleep better. Since we just mentioned sleep, let's talk about it real quick. You're probably not getting enough of it. It's critical that you get enough rest when you're live streaming. Screen time, especially 1 hour before sleep, has shown to cause screen insomnia. To avoid this, try to limit your screen time before bed and make sure you're getting enough rest. Also, it's very important that you listen to your body. Don't try to push it beyond its limits. Sometimes taking those breaks and rest is what you need. Since we just talked about the mental side, like stress and anxiety, there's also the physical side. A lot of gamers can get carpal tunnel syndrome, eye strain, or even bad posture. Staying hydrated is absolutely essential. This is especially true when it comes to those who spend hours playing non-stop without breaks in between. A lack of hydration can actually lead to all sorts of problems, like fatigue or even increased risk of injury. And we're not talking about hydration where you drink your sugary drinks or your energy drinks. Those are actually having a negative effect on you by promoting dehydration rather than preventing it. Just stick with the tried and true, the good old H2O. Okay, a balanced diet is essential when we're talking about nutrition. According to the World Health Organization, young people between the ages of 18 and 25 should aim for an intake between 18,000 and 3,000 calories a day, depending on your activity level. This ensures that you're going to have enough energy to maintain a rigorous streaming schedule, but without consuming too many unnecessary calories. When you have the proper diet, you're going to avoid things like obesity. And when you take in the correct nutrition, it's going to have added benefits. You're going to start looking better. Your skin's going to be healthier. You're going to have more energy. These are all things that are win-wins for live streamers. A subject that gets glossed over all the time is ergonomics. Ergonomics of your gaming setup is important to avoid injuries. Make sure your chair, your desk, your computer are all at the right height and that you have good posture. We can all agree that exercising is important for everyone, but you want to make sure that you're strengthening and conditioning the right muscles. And this is especially important for gamers. We recommend that you strengthen core muscles to help hold the body in good posture while gaming. Key areas can include that you focus on the hips, pelvis, trunk, upper back, shoulders, and neck. Training these areas can reduce the risk of skeletal and spinal injuries for prolonged sitting. The one that strikes a chord with me, and maybe you, is eye care. Adjusting the brightness and contrast of your screen, taking breaks every 20 minutes, and using the 20-20-20 rule, looking at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds every 20 minutes, can also help reduce eye strain. There is also a lack of scientific evidence to suggest blue light glasses reduce eye fatigue. Some streamers, though, have found it helpful, so you may want to take a look at that. So now that we've talked about the two main subjects for mental health to help you, let's talk about how you can be an advocate for mental health awareness. I love helping other people out, so allow me to give you some tips to where you can also be an advocate. The first step is to educate yourself about mental health. It is important to understand the different types of mental illnesses and how they can impact someone's life. As a live streamer, you are in a unique position to connect directly with your audience every day. Use this to your advantage by sharing what you've learned about mental health and how you deal with stress live on your stream. Don't be afraid to share your own story. This can be extremely powerful when it comes to helping others who are feeling alone. It's also a powerful way to show others that recoverability is possible. If you have struggled with mental health issues in the past, sharing your story can help others understand what you've been through and offer hope that things can get better. Make sure that you teach others that it's okay that they can ask for assistance. Mental health is an important issue that often gets overlooked. In the United States alone, 45% of people with clinical mental issues go unaddressed. It's important to let others know that it's okay to ask for help and that there are other resources available. The first step is to educate yourself on the signs of mental illness and the availability of resources. Then you can reach out to someone you know or even talk to your viewers who might be struggling or offer them your support. And you can always encourage them to seek professional help if necessary. I want to take a quick moment and thank Streamlabs for allowing me to talk to you personally about mental health. And I want to say one more thing that I think may help you out a ton, and it helped me. If you're a live streamer, broadcaster, or content creator, we are all taught at the early stage. It's all about that rise and grind. And that last word right there is sometimes the downfall for a lot of people. You feel like it's a grind, and you know what? It is. So you feel like you have to grind even harder and harder and harder to stand out. And unfortunately, that can have negative results on you, your mentality, your physicality, all the things that go into who you are. And we don't want that. We don't want to break you down. We want to build you up, which is why this video and this blog is extremely important. But you know what? This isn't the only resource out there. Here at Streamlabs, we care about you. You know, if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, there are resources available to help you out. There are organizations like healthygamer.gg, checkpointorg.com, and many others. Feel free to check out our landing page with additional resources available to you. I'm gonna do you a favor, like I always do. I'll put links down below. I know this is a very different video from me and from Streamlabs, but it's an important one. So I hope that it gave you a little bit of glimmer of hope, or at least shows you that you're not alone. We're all going through this. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to share your story. Don't be afraid to learn and grow and be a better you, so that way your community can also grow and improve with you. Hey, we're all in this together, and I'm rooting for you. And I know everyone at Streamlabs is too. And I'm gonna put a couple of videos here up on screen. It's gonna help you be a bigger and better content creator and live streamer. And as always, wild wishing you the best of luck. I love you all. Take care. And of course, peace.